out when someone tries to read your mind? Or maybe you're curious, how did they do that? Well, you can find out and have a few good laughs this weekend. Today's CI stage sponsor, it's Yellow & Company in Mahomet, and owner Mike McDermott is joining us in studio, and we have standing by on Zoom Peter Antonio, a psychic comedian. So before we visit with him, Mike, let's talk a little bit about Yellow & Company, because it's all about the retail entertainment. How do you say that?
Retailtainment?
Retailtainment. I love it because I love Yellow & Company and all they have to offer on the boutique side of things, but you're really expanding your services. What's happening?
So yes, as you said, we've been trying to bring in some really nice, talented people into Mahomet. Live entertainment. We're also doing some other fun activities. So this weekend, for example, we have cookie decorating for a couple sessions on Saturday morning and early afternoon, then followed by our psychic comedian in the evening. Next weekend, we have trivia night. We have St. Patrick's Day coming up. We have Jake and Michaela, who's been on here before.
Love Jake and Michaela.
They're going to be there for a little St. Patty celebration. We did it last weekend. We did a bourbon and ice cream pairing with the Main Scoop in town. We had Jake and Jackson, who I believe also maybe has been on ciLiving before as well.
Big fans of them as well.
And we're having another bourbon and ice cream event later in March. And then we have Ty Barnett, America's Got Talent. He is a stand-up comedian. He's going to be on April 1st. And he was actually, has a recurring episode in A Million Little Things that premiered this week. And he's going to be on the next couple episodes of that.
How are you able to bring in these amazing artists and acts to our great little community of Mahomet?
It's just about building relationships, getting out there, and just, my motto is it doesn't hurt to ask.
Absolutely.
Worst they can do is tell you no, they can't do it, so you just keep working with it, and maybe you get lucky and you get to have some really good, talented people, like we'll talk to Peter in a minute, be able to come to Mahomet.
Well, yeah, so let's talk to Peter, because we did get lucky. He's been on America's Got Talent, as we mentioned. Here he is via Zoom, hanging out with us. Peter, how are you? Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm doing really well. Looking forward to this weekend, getting to come out and do the shows there.
Well, tell me a little bit about what you do as a psychic comedian.
So it's sort of a combination of sort of mind reading and jokes. I tell jokes and fortunes live on stage, so I get people to think of things. I know it sounds a little spooky, but like no one's dark secrets are going to be revealed unless they're very funny. No one's going to find out they're going to die. We're not talking to the dead. There's nothing sort of spooky or scary like that. It's just sort of a fun experience to, think of things, and I try and reveal stuff about people in the audience I couldn't possibly know, dive inside your minds, see what I can pick up.
You hear about kids who are the class clown, always trying to be the comedian as they're young. But when did you throw the psychic part into it?
I think I was quite a weird kid generally. I sort of started doing this sort of 8, 9 years old, and it never felt that weird to me because my auntie's sort of a traditional old Greek lady. She used to read tea leaves and palms for everyone she knew. So it sort of felt really normal. And it was only when I started doing it in playgrounds for friends and they were freaked out by it that I was like, oh, maybe this isn't normal. So it's always sort of been a part of me.
What does a show look like for you? If people were to come check out Yellow & Company this weekend, what are they in store for?
Oh, so I'll have them think of a bunch of things, maybe sort of specific details from their past, names of their best friends when they were kids, things that there's just no way I could know. And I try and pick those up, and we have sort of a lot of fun with it. It's sort of a combination of, mind reading, and there's some improv comedy in there, and everyone gets involved. And you don't have to get involved if you don't want to. No one's going to force you to. But I think normally by about 10 minutes into the show, everyone wants to get involved. Everyone wants to sort of have their mind read, have that experience.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a fun time, a great opportunity. And we know you've been on America's Got Talent, but I'm going to guess that Yellow & Company is going to just be right up there, right up there.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I think Mike's doing an incredible job with the list of sort of entertainers he's got coming in. And I'm really invested in going out to these places and sort of supporting the smaller venues, because it's so nice to get an intimate performance. Especially, as you mentioned, I've been on America's Got Talent and people have seen it on the television. But what I do so different when you get to experience it in person, and there's not setups or plants. I've not paid anyone off. It's you on stage having your mind read. And I think that intimate experience of entertainment is so important. And that's why I really sort of value what Mike's doing in the community, sort of bringing these acts in, letting people see them close up and in person.
Well, we look forward to you coming here to Central Illinois. It's going to be a great event. Let's remind everybody before we're out of time here, it's this weekend. Tickets still available because it sounds like if it's an intimate setting, like you mentioned, maybe a limited quantity.
Yes, so we're already about 2/3 of the way sold for the first show at 7 o'clock. There are some tickets available. Definitely expect those to go fast. And then the 9:15 for the little bit more of a night owl, I guess. We have plenty of tickets available for that night, for that show.
Hey, wonderful. Peter says it will leave you questioning just what really is possible. And if you are just curious and want to learn a little bit more and go check out the show, we'll have all of those details at ciLiving.tv. We thank Peter for joining us via Zoom, Mike for joining us here in studio. A big thank you to Yellow & Company Events in Mahomet for sponsoring today's segment. Everything will be posted at ciLiving.tv.